what are the major infrastructure initiatives we have taken, and how we have connected to the community around us, because we give a lot of importance to it also. When we are operating in an area, how we are connecting to the communities which are living around us. So these are the major highlights first. First time both the ports put together have crossed 100 million tons. Then operational income of both the ports is more than 1,000 crores. This is a milestone we achieved last year itself, but now we have exceeded it by around 200 crores. We continue to improve our existing infrastructure, which will be clear in the presentation, and we also keep on adding to our infrastructure. And as you will note, which I had mentioned last time also, as far as Kamarajar is concerned, we keep on adding capacity, as far as, and also improving connectivity. As far as Chennai port is concerned, we mainly focus on improved connectivity, improved storage, etc. Because capacity part we are focusing mainly in Kamarajar. So we have spent more than 350 crores of our own money in both the ports together in our infrastructure, upgradation and construction. Apart from this, around 245 crores has been spent by us in PPP captive mode in Kamarajar port. Because as you know that Kamarajar port is mainly a landlord port where we are focusing on PPP. So 245 crores during last year has been spent by Indian Oil Corporation Limited to complete a captive jetty, which is now ready for inauguration. So totally, if you see, we have done around 595 crores of capital expenditure in both the ports put together. Next slide, please. Now we come to the operational performance. So this is this pie chart indicates that both ports put together how much they have done. 54.96 in Chennai port, which is its highest ever for since we stopped doing coal and iron ore. And that is, I can say, for last 15 years. And Kamarajar port, it is highest ever. It's almost now touching 50, so 48.41 million metric tons. Next slide, please. This is the cargo profile. Both ports cater to their own segments. So as we are all aware that Chennai port is the second biggest container major port. In container, the biggest major port is JNPA, Jawaharlal Nehru Port Authority at Bombay, Nhava Sheva, and second biggest is Chennai. Whereas Kamarajar port is the energy port of this part of the country. So you can see around 57% is dry bulk, of which biggest will be coal. We are supplying power today to around 4,100 megawatts of thermal plants. And apart from coal, we are also handling petrol, diesel, LPG. That is what is mainly coming in your liquid bulk. A small quantity of chemicals will be there. So you can see almost 67-68% of cargo in Kamarajar port is energy. So it is the energy port of this part of the country. And as you can also see that Kamarajar port, it came into containers only few years ago, and now more than 1/4 of the cargo is from containers there also. And very soon we are starting the phase 2 of our container terminal there. In fact, the appointed date is already declared as 1st April, and it has to be completed in 20 months. Parallelly, we have also started looking at what we will do further 1 kilometer, but that is into the future. When we look at liquid bulk in Chennai port, it is mainly that we are handling crude for CPCL refinery, and some of the products are also exported like naphtha for them. And apart from that, we also do edible oil, which is a good quantity that we are doing, and some chemicals. Brake bulk, when we look at, as we are all aware that we are biggest in car exports in the country. Then dry bulk are basically minerals, etc. as far as Chennai is concerned. We are doing barytes and some other minerals. Next slide. This is how it has grown. So our target this time set by the ministry was 6%, and we are happy to say that both the ports have exceeded that target. And Chennai port 6.5% growth and Kamarajar port 6.9% growth. Overall it is 6.7% growth. Next slide please. These are some of the achievements in our operational performance. So as we indicated that after we stopped handling coal and iron ore, this is our highest cargo in last 15 years. Then since we started doing containers, we handled the highest numbers, 1.8 lakh TEUs in December 24. And as some of you will be aware, we have done a parking plaza recently. We have operationalized it from 16th of February. It is right now getting stabilized, and because of that, because we are able to take in containers fast and park them there, we did the highest single day. Normally it used to be around 4,000, 4,500. We could do up to 6,256 trailers in a day. Once it stabilizes completely, we are hoping that the traffic issues will be completely a thing of the past. As far as Kamarajar port is concerned, our highest cargo throughput ever since it started operation in June 2001. And again there also in the last month we had our highest ever monthly cargo of 4.58 million metric tons. And we have handled 1,110 number of vessels there, which is the highest ever again in the history of Kamarajar port. Next slide please. Now we come to the financial performance. Next slide. This is the financial performance indicator of Chennai port. So as you can see that we had operating income of more than 1,000 crores, and we have indicated the figures for expenditure and surplus, financial income, financial expenditure. Net surplus is 80 crores. Now some of you may feel that it is less than last year's net surplus of 201 crore. So we had been consistently doing well, some 116 crores, then 158 crores, then 201 crores. So you will feel that this 80 is less, but we will explain to you the reason, because much more than 100 crores we have spent on our back wage arrears and pension arrears. That figures will be indicated. And for the last few years, this is our highest capex for Chennai. We have done around 147 crores. Next slide please. Now we come to Kamarajar port. Here again we have earned highest ever profit after tax of 545 crores. And as I had indicated, our own capex is 201 crores, and our PPP capex, which is into IOCL captive jetty, is 245 crores. And as you can see, our operating ratio, everything is quite well. Previous slide. Now here, if you see the operating ratio, this is, if I remember correctly, best ever for last 24-25 years. That also will be coming. Next slide. Next. Now some of the highlights of our financial achievements. As we have indicated that this 147 crores of capex is our best of last 5 years. Our operating ratio of 61.95% is best of last 21 years. And we have implemented wage settlement. This was due from 1st January 2022. It was finalized in September of 2024, and we have started giving the new wages from 1st December 2024 and revised pension from 1st January 2025. And we have started paying the arrears, and towards the arrears we have paid, if we look at wage arrears, we have to pay around 168 crores. We have already paid 72.30 crores. To be honest, we were ready to pay even the balance also, but there was a request, which was a very genuine request, that we would like to take it next year. The unions had represented, so that the income tax outgo is limited for them. This is not tax avoidance, this is tax planning. So we also agree to that, because this was a very genuine tax planning by them. As far as pension arrears are concerned, it is total we have to pay 157 crores. We have already paid 50 crores and now we will be releasing 102 crores. We plan to do it on 30th April 2025. So total balance to be paid is 202 crores and what we have already paid that is 122 crores. So this is some extra thing we have done. So if we add this 122 crores in our surplus of 80 crores, then we are maintaining what we have been doing. Now, here next we come to a very, very important item, that for acquiring Kamarajar Port, as we know that 2/3 of the stake was held by Government of India, 1/3 was held by Chennai Port, and in March 2020, Chennai Port acquired the 2/3 stake of Government of India in Kamarajar Port, and that was valued at around 2,400 crores. So 600 crores was our own money, and we had taken a loan of 1,775 crores, which is to be paid over a 15-year period after 1-year moratorium up to 2036. But here we see a very, very good figure that already we have paid around 796 crores. So we are actually prepaying the loan also, and now outstanding is only 978 crores. And we are hoping that within the next 4 to 5 years itself, we will discharge the entire loan, which will be around 6 to 7 years before the due period itself. And apart from that, we are also constantly building our pension fund. So this year we contributed 102 crores towards our pension fund also. Now we come to the Kamarajar Port. Again, there is a very strong growth in operational income, 6.44%. It has reached 1131 crores. This is our highest ever profit after tax, as I had indicated while giving a snapshot of the financials, and it is very solid. If you see, the net worth has now crossed 3,000 crores. It's continuously increasing every year. Next slide, please. Now, what we have been working on towards our infrastructure upgradation and how we can interact better with our port users. So these aspects, 4 aspects, I will be covering in the next slides. How we have improved the connectivity, which is very important for any port, how it is connected to the hinterland, capacity enhancements, as we will see, it is mainly in terms of storage area, etc. in Chennai port, but in Kamarajar we are actually adding the capacity what we can handle, which is very logical. Then storage areas is a very, very important demand from our port users. We have been working on that. We have been refurbishing our godowns. We are now constructing new godowns, as I will be explaining, and some other aspects also we will be examining. What you see here is basically artist's impression of the Seafarers Club in Kamarajar Port, because as some of you might be knowing that we are becoming Cape compliant. So a Cape size vessel can carry 1,60,000 tons of cargo. So it will take around 3 to 4 days in unloading. So we don't expect the seafarers to be on the vessel entire time. So they can come out, and this is within the custom bond area. So it's very easy, they don't need anybody's permission. So we are creating a lot of facilities here. We are coming up with badminton court, tennis court, library, business center, a restaurant, etc. And in future we'll be adding a swimming pool also in this. But that is not being done right now. So this is, and it's almost ready, as you will see in some photographs. Now internal furnishing, everything has to be done. Interiors have to be done. Next slide. So these are our infrastructure upgradations. Some of them we are doing in association with other agencies like NHAI and the state government. So first one on the left hand side, elevated 4-lane corridor. This is coming up. And as I will be showing through some photographs what is happening inside the port. And I think Honorable Minister of Government of Tamil Nadu has also spoken in the assembly as a reply to some query by one of the MLAs. So I think already you are aware, today I was reading it in newspapers also. That had been slow initially. Overall progress is only around 4%, but it is expected to pick up now. Next is we have done a concrete road which is around Mukkal kilometer, that is 3/4 of a kilometer. Now a very good connectivity has been established for the entire length up to our second terminal, and part of it used to be only a concrete, our bitumen road earlier. And Then this is the diamond crossing. This importance will come. You may think it's something very small project. What is the importance of that? But I'll show you what it used to be, what it is now. So basically that we have done. So that we used to have a bit of a difficulty of derailment. So this will handle that issue for us. On top right hand side, the right hand side is entirely Kamarajar Port. So we are doing one road, concrete road. This is being done through the implementing agency, Tamil Nadu Road Development Company, and that work is on right now, and it will take some time to complete. Then what we call section 1 of Chennai Peripheral Road, but we also call it Northern Port Access Road. That is being done by Government of Tamil Nadu. It will be benefiting both the ports, that is our Kamarajar Port and also Katupalli Port, and it is connecting up to National Highway, which is going towards Kolkata, and there is a spur which is going to connect it to the outer ring road. So total length is around 25 kilometers. This is being done by JICA assistance. Around 34% of the work has been completed. This is also, the initial part was a bit slow, but now it is picking up. Then we are going to do capital dredging, which is for becoming Cape compliant. Work has already been awarded to Vanwood, but it was not started because once you start it, once you mobilize all these dredgers and entire equipment, you should complete it continuously because mobilization, demobilization itself is a very costly thing. So we are just waiting for the fish breeding season to get over because from 15th April there will be a ban up to 15th June. By May end we will mobilize the dredgers, and as soon as the ban is over, we are going to take up that dredging at a cost of 518 crores. Then we will become Cape compliant. The biggest vessels will be able to handle in Kamarajar Port. Next slide. These are some of the photographs. So what you can see on the left hand side is basically where it is landing inside Chennai Port. There we had some godowns. So these were having important cargo which was seized by customs, like red sanders, etc. Even some sandalwood was there. So that has been now shifted to other godowns, and the demolition has started, and the middle pillar, etc. That work is going on inside the port. And the right hand side picture is of outside the port. This is slow as of now. Around 4% work only is done, but we expect it to pick up now. Next slide. This is what I was explaining regarding coastal road. Unfortunately, we didn't have any picture of exactly what was before, but during this thing, and now it is like this. It has become very comfortable. This is mainly used by the empty trailers to come to our second terminal run by PSA. Next slide. This is what it used to be. It was a non-standard diamond crossing. So you can see some wooden sleepers there, and you can. So we used to have a problem of derailment there. So now we have improved it, and we are keeping one spare also for use in future. Next slide. This is regarding the left one is Northern Port Access Road, how it is connecting. You can see the top red portion, that is the section 1, and the entire thing is Chennai Peripheral Road. It's a part of that. This capital dredging, the photographs are from the previous one, which we did for our general cargo work, because these are only illustrative pictures. The next one, the actual one, capital dredging phase 6 is going to start from 15th June. Next slide. Then now, as we are aware, we have a cruise terminal here. Right now, if you see the first floor, we are using only 60% of the area. So we are now bringing in entire area. The work has been entrusted to NBCC, which is the Government of India undertaking. And in fact, incidentally, yesterday we had the Bhumi Puja for this. And on the right hand side, this is for KPL. So basically, recently we got permission from the Environmental Committee that we can start handling up to 11 million ton per annum there, because efficiencies have improved. First we could handle only up to 8 million tons, then we went and we got it increased to 9.6, and now it is increased to 11. So this will help us in handling more and more coal cargo in our common user terminal. And right hand side, the bottom picture is of the IOCL captive jetty, which has been done, completed at a cost of 921 crores. Now the commissioning process is on, because it's a very complicated equipment inside. Next slide. These are some of the pictures, and what I would like to highlight to you, please take note of what is on the bottom part on the left hand side, that we are increasing the area from 2,600 square meters to 4,100. So as I said, 60% was put to use, now 40% we are adding into that. Right now in the same area we are handling the passengers who are embarking or disembarking. Now we are going to have separate areas for them. The embarkation from one side, disembarkation from another side. And at any point of time, right now we can handle 1,000 passengers. It will increase to 1,800 passengers. Next slide please. This is the IOCL captive jetty. Central portion is the jetty and the associated equipments. Left hand side is their office part and ground part, etc. And the right hand side is automatic release system. Next slide. Then our storage infrastructure. There is a lot of demand of clean paved storage inside Chennai port, and also a covered area. So if top left, if you see, we are constructing almost 1 lakh square meters of covered paved storage yards, and we are adding around 18,000 square meters of covered godown area that you can see in left bottom. As far as Kamarajar is concerned, we have recently added car parking capacities there. We have added almost a parking area of 86,000 square meters, and transit parking yard, which is just next to the berth, of around 50,000 square meters. And today we can store 25,000 cars can be parked in Kamarajar port at any point of time, which is the highest in the country. Next slide. These are some of the pictures. So what it is currently, you can see it is all earthen surface. What it will become is like paved storage like this. And right now the exit go down construction has also started, and finally it is going to look like right bottom corner. Next slide. These are again some of the pictures of the car parking areas and the transit parking areas. Next slide. Then these are some of the other improvements. Top left corner, if you see, that is for Chennai port. Earlier our CISF team used to stand in a side in sunshine and rain. Now we have done a proper gate number 7, that entire canopy has been constructed. Then we had only some earthen surface there. We have done a Chennai port parking plaza. This has been completed and it has been operationalized from 16th February. Then our JD entrance, I'll show one more picture to say what has been done and what is being planned now. So there we had a problem that one of the caisson had tilted. So for 3-4 months we were having difficulty in handling the ships of width 32.4 meters, but that has been corrected now. On the right hand side is KPL. The north breakwater was affected by cyclones. That is being restored and widened now. Then we have done a training wall at Ennore Creek, because there used to be siltation, and that was mainly because of the southern breakwater of Kamarajar port. So understanding our social responsibility through our state PWD, NTC erosion wing, or WRD, which comes under that. So we have constructed training walls on the northern side and southern side at a cost of 156 crores. The work has been completed and we have made the payment to the state PWD also. And the seafarer facility is coming up at a cost of almost 8 crores. Next slide. These are some other works for trade which we are doing. So left hand side, a multimodal logistic park. Finally, after a great difficulty, this is coming up. We had taken the land on lease from SIPCOT in 2011, and it was just lying like that for some time. But now Chennai port and NHAI through its subsidiary NHLML, the state government through TIDCO, and railways through Rail Vikas Nigam Limited, RVNL. These 4 entities have come together. There were a lot of issues there because the road was passing through in between. There were bore wells which were supplying water to the villages nearby. There were some burial grounds of 2 communities there. all that has been sorted out now, and finally the work has started. The first phase is to be completed by February of 2026. It's slightly slow, but we are expecting that it will be covered up, if possible, by February 26, or maybe by a month or 2-3 months delays, we should be able to complete it by May of 2026, the first phase. Then we have taken up the modernization and upgradation of our fishing harbour. Again, we had difficulties. When we started the work, we realized that though it is operating for last 40 years, it didn't have environmental clearance, consent to operate. So we had to again stop. It took us almost 1 year to get those clearances. Now the work has again started. We'll be showing you some photographs also. And earlier we were using the vessel traffic management system, which was developed by Kongsberg. It's a foreign company. But now we have started using the system developed by IIT Madras. Both Kamarajar Port and Chennai Port are using indigenous system now. Kamarajar Port continues to improve its amenities. So there was a request that near the coal stack yard, we are almost 500 trucks are operating per day. We need a driver amenity building, and we also need some facility for the port users. That is under construction. Then our pass section, again these people who are entering inside, you can see some containers outside Kamarajar Port. It was a makeshift arrangement. We are constructing a proper pass section for them, and this custom building also is getting constructed for use. Next slide. We are not only trying to improve things for our port users, but for our employees also. So you can see the top left photographs. I'll show some more photographs of housing, where we have improved our Toliapet housing colony, where we used to have 1,200 houses. They had not been repaired for last 30-40 years. We demolished 400 which could not be repaired, and balance 800 we have improved. Then left middle photograph is regarding JD entrance. Right now it is around 34 meters. We had some difficulty. We are increasing it to 57 meters now, so that even bigger, wider vessels can come in. And then our eastern breakwater, we are going to strengthen it. Tender is already out for that. On the right hand side, you see the KPL works, where a new substation has been completed. It is feeding power not only to the shore power facility, but also it will be feeding power to our desalination plant. Then we are putting up an integrated command control center. At present, it is being done in the existing building, but parallelly new building will be constructed. But as far as the existing building is there, the work is almost over. Okay, next slide. This is regarding Chennai Port. Again, we are also looking at our heritage. When you have entered the lobby, I'm sure you would have found it a bit different from what it used to be earlier. We have put a lot of old photographs, then entire our layout, one model we have done. So basically, we identified that this is the oldest building, the top left corner. That is a building which used to supply steam to the ships, the way we are supplying shore power now. So that building was done around 1920, between 1916 and 1920. So that right now we have a substation inside. We are taking it outside, and through the heritage wing of the state PWD, we have already awarded the work to them. We are going to make it into a museum. So where the old things and old photographs, so that people and students who come here, they will be taken there. Then for Chennai also, there is a Seafarers Club which is outside, just adjacent to our building. It is being run by M&D department, DG Shipping. But this is outside the custom bond area, so our sea crew, they need permission to come here. So inside itself, we are developing a Seafarers Club at a cost of 7 crores. This work also has been entrusted to NBCC. They have tendered it. Then we are doing technology upgradation to improve our interaction with our port users, that is enterprise business system. Next slide. So these are again some of the pictures that we are trying to show before and after. So top left, if you see that blue thing, here our CISF used to stand and they used to scan. It was very difficult to see the screen also when the sun was very bright. Now we have completed this canopy. It has been put to use. On the right hand side, you can see that we have put an operator for our parking plaza, and the canteen has also started operating now. Next slide. Here you can see what I was telling, that JD entrance we had a difficulty. On left hand side you can see that the caisson has fallen in, it had tilted. So it had reduced the width, we could not take the vessels which are 32.4 meters wide, but now we have removed that for the time being. Long term we are cutting the entire thing at a cost of 104 crores and make it to 57 meters. This was a very difficult exercise. If you are interested, we'll show you the videos on how slices had to be cut and taken out. On the right hand side, this is that multimodal logistic park. After all the difficulties that we faced, see, if you see, for example, this road and all that, this road was passing through in between, so it had to be shifted, bore wells had to be shifted, but finally the work has started in a big way. They have awarded the work for the construction of godowns also. Next slide. This is our fishing harbour. Some of the works have been completed, like boat spare parts complex. Again, this is a very difficult because it is a functional fishing harbour. So boat construction takes place, that is affecting the access, the right of way for the road part, storm water drain. So all that one by one we are sorting it out, and we are taking up these works. We are hoping that by September of 25, most of the works will be completed. Next slide. This is the housing colony. As you can see, left hand side are what used to be, right hand side is what it is now. So it used to be in not a very good shape, but now we have done. And before, if you see those 4 photographs, the top right one, that we have now made into a badminton court and a boxing ring, and on the back side where people used to have food in that community hall, we have put TT tables. So this is, as we all know, that North Chennai is, there are many people who go into boxing. So that boxing rink has been developed, this has been put to use. Okay, next slide. Then JD entrance, as you can see, it has become in a very bad shape. Now we are going to widen it, and the revetment also needs strengthening. So that also we have called for tenders. As far as the left side work is concerned, one tender has been received already. It is under technical evaluation. Next slide. So this is again how the building looks right now, and what the PWD has indicated how it will look. So we'll make inside a museum kind of thing. The Seafarers Club right now, we are clearing it, and it will start looking like what you see in the bottom photograph. Next slide. This is North Breakwater rehabilitation. It is a very big work, almost at a cost of 90 crores. So when is it likely to be completed, Cynthia?
So the North Breakwater by October 2025 of this year, sir.
By October 25 we are going to complete. Almost 3,000 such tetrapods are being put. And on the right hand side you can see that how that Ennore creek, which used to silt, now we have constructed these 2 training walls. Next slide. This is the Seafarers facility in Kamarajar Port. So as you can see, the civil part, top right is what it is now. How it will look is this bottom right. And driver amenity part, the building is right now under construction. Next slide. This is the pass section under construction and the custom building. Then this is our new substation. Next slide. Now this is again a very important thing, sustainability, because we are all very worried about what impact on environment we are having, how much of greenhouse gases we are generating. So we are moving in that direction. It's a work in progress. Next slide. So these are some of the initiatives which are happening in Kamarajar Port, but there the land is more, so green belt. Then in order not to have dust, etc., fog cannons are there, then e-vehicles are put to use. And wave powered buoy, this has been developed by NIOT. A few days back I was reading a news item also on this. So it was first tried in 2017 in Kamarajar Port. Now we are purchasing commercially also. Next slide. This is the shore power facility. Next slide. These are initiatives in Chennai Port. So though we have this facility of Chennai Metro Water, but we have done our own sewage treatment plants One is fully operational, 40 KLD, 90 now we have started feeding wastewater, and water generated is being used either in these fog cannons or it is being used for landscaping. And one biogas plant, because we are running some canteens also, so biogas plant is also in trial right now. Next slide. So here already we are giving shore power to defense ships, so naval ships and coast guard ships and our own crafts, and now we are doing the feasibility study on West Key if we can supply shore power. So the one in Kamarajar Port, CB1, CB2, Coal Berth 1 and 2 has been implemented in guidance from ITCOT. So the same agency has been entrusted with the work. They have already prepared an estimate. Now we are examining this. Next. So this is how we take care of our own employees and also the community around us. So we have started, what you see on the left hand side, top photograph and middle photograph is a geriatric ward which we have started, because as today, earlier we had lot of employees. At one point in time we had more than 20,000 employees. Today we have 2,400. So today our employees are 2,400 and pensioners and family pensioners are 15,000. So many of them are very old. So that's why this special ward has been started. Left bottom is the photograph of the operation theatre which we have made functional. So moderate surgeries we are performing here itself. Then we have indicated, if you see the point number 1 I have already explained, total arrears will be 325. And we have been, these promotions were not given for a very long time. So over last 3 years we have given a drive. Whosoever is eligible, they are satisfying the norm, promotions are being given. So over last 3 years we have given promotions to 1,049 people. So almost 1 in every 3 has got promotion now. And again you see this, some of our housing photographs, and sports stadium is also entirely renovated now, and in that this indoor badminton court and TT and boxing ring facilities have been added. Next slide. This is something which we take a lot of pride in, because there was no facility for special children in North Chennai, and we came across Swabodhini, who are already having centers in Tiruvanmiyur and Velachery. I think now they have started in Selayur also. So what we have assured them is that we will support this entire center. So what you are seeing, this building, this used to be a primary block of our school. It was lying unutilized. An initiative was taken to consult an architect and done it especially for these children who are affected by autism. As you know, autism is a spectrum. So there will be some, they're all different. So they all need special educators, speech therapists. So this we have opened in August of 2024. Prior to that, for 1 year it was operating in our school, where we had made 5 classrooms available to them. But now a full-fledged facility is there. Bottom left are for digital classrooms, and then the smart vision glasses, which sort of have some kind of audio attached to the spectacles, that also have been distributed in association with Rotary Club. And then in the nearby villages we have taken one illustrative picture of a RO plant is here. Next slide. So I think one of our success stories is top left corner. If you see, in 22-23 in our school we had 467 students. 23-24 it increased to 764, and last year it has increased to 972. It is increasing so much that now we have said that we cannot take more than 1,000. So, and this became possible because of many things. We have reduced the fees to 1/3. We have started giving all the benefits which are given in government schools. So free uniforms, shoes, textbooks, notebooks, everything. And middle photographs are the photographs of our special center for the special children, that is the autism affected children. So these kind of special facilities have been provided. And right hand side is when we are honoring our toppers. So we gave them laptop and cash awards. So first, second, third, if I remember correctly, we gave 21,000 cash to the topper and 11,000 to second and 5,000 to third, right? Yeah, plus laptop. This is the cash plus laptop. So we have honored them so that others are also motivated. Next slide. We are very happy that what we are doing or trying to do is getting recognized also. So Kamarajar Port got this CSR Special Commendation Award from Economic Times, and Mr. Karupeya, who is our DGM Civil and he is looking after our CSR, he went on behalf of KPL to receive the award. Next slide. So this is an international recognition, as you can see on the right hand side, that there were entries from 190 ports across 89 countries, out of which 71 projects of 50 ports were shortlisted. There were 3 finalists. This was a community outreach award, and among them Chennai Port won, and Mr. Indranil Hazara, who is our secretary of Chennai Port Authority and he is looking after CSR at Chennai Port Authority. He went to Hamburg, Germany in October 24 to receive this award on behalf of Chennai Port Authority. Next. Now, way forward is only a snapshot. The road ahead is a long road. There are many things to be done, but we're just trying to, because I don't want to bore you again and again with the same details. So some of them we are going to present here. Next slide. So this is basically we have tried to see what we can achieve in 25 and 26. Because the ports are very long-term things. They are there for decades and centuries. But we are just talking about what we will do in next 2 years. One is a video wall. Again, sensitivities are increasing, being a government port, and so basically this video wall is something which we are developing. It's kind of a centralized facility where the CISF personnel will be there, and the video feed from the CCTV cameras across the port is going to come here. Not only the feed will be seen by them, it will also be analyzed. There are softwares which analyze any irregular kind of activity. So those are also getting installed. Work of putting these screens is already under progress, and we are expecting by April end we should be able to complete this work. Then, as I told, that indigenous VTMS, it has been completely installed in KPL. In Chennai we have started using it, but equipment we are replacing one by one, because our old equipment of 13 years which we were using from that foreign company is getting replaced now. We will complete the process by November 25. Then multi-modal logistic park, I already informed that February 26. We are hoping to make up the delay, but there may be a shortfall of around 2 to 3 months. There may be delay. And EXIM godowns we are expecting by May of 26, and paved storage yards by June of 26. This is for Chennai Port. Next slide. Then again, this is a very important project for us, because elevated corridor is happening. So slowly our traffic will start moving from north to south. Right now the main entry is North Gate. It will start coming on this corridor. So as a preparation towards that, we have engaged this erstwhile L&T. Now they have a different name, SS or something. SS. So they have done this study for us. They have identified in 3 phases we have to complete the work. First one is adding some roads, widening of roads, improving some turnings. Then second is ROB bridges and command and control center. And third is flyover. We gave this to Kamta. The Kamta also did a study for us. They ran a software and they said that okay, this kind of scheduling will be okay on the expected traffic. So the first one we are going to start now at a cost of 54 crores, and remaining will be taken up as and when they are required in 2030 and 32 respectively. Next slide. This is for Kamarajar Port. The integrated command and control center will start operating from June 25. New building will of course take some time, and then we'll be shifting it there. Customs building will be over in June 25. Seafarers Club should be over by August 25. Building is ready. We are doing the interiors now. Desalination plant will be done by October 25. This will be, again, it's a very interesting project we have taken up. It will be producing 1 million liter per day, that is 10 lakh liter. 5 lakh we will keep for ourselves. 5 lakh we will give to our nearby villages, free of cost. And we are also doing the entire pipelines and OHTs and ground level sumps from our CSR for them. That work is also under progress through the district administration. That also we are funding. Then northern breakwater should be over by October of 25. Next. So this brings us to the end of what we had to present. This entire presentation will be made available to you, and we'll also be giving a small summary of this as a press release. So I think last year we could not meet because of model code of conduct. So before that we used to meet at the end of every financial year. So if there are any questions, we'll be very happy to answer them.
So what are the, approximately you have done good revenue, record a good revenue. What is way forward for 25-26? What is the revenue that you are expecting from both the ports put together and breakup between Chennai port and Kamarajar port?
So you are telling what we are going to do, we know, right? And India is growing somewhere around 6 to 8%. It slightly varies, right? Normally the cargo growth is also linked to your GDP growth. So we expect to grow at the same rate, around that rate, right? As you can see, last year we have grown around on an average 6.7%, right? So these are linked. So that much of a growth normally we will be expecting. But as you also know that this is a very competitive area. We have, if you start from south, on a very narrow hinterland, you have Tuticorin Port, Wow Chidambanar, you have Karaikal Port, then you have us, then you have Kamarajar, then you have Katupalli, and then you have Krishnapatnam. I am not even talking about what is further like Kakinada, Gangavaram, Vizag and all that, right? So the financial part is sometimes not directly proportional to cargo, because you give some concessions, you attract cargo, all those things. But normally you can expect in the same range. 7% will be a something. See, US tariffs, I think today you will come to know what is going to be the impact. But then some people say it may actually, see, as long as you impose tariffs on everybody, right? If you impose tariffs on everybody, then it doesn't affect you. Only if there is a differential between you and others, then only it affects you. So that, let us see how it comes out, what kind of things are imposed and all that, how much it affects us on the eastern side of the country and all that. But otherwise, in a normal situation, we can definitely grow at 7% in terms of cargo, and plus minus here and there, in terms of financials also it will be similar. Ministry is yet to fix target. 2 days back they had a meeting in which they had sort of taken stock of the situation, what happened in different ports in 24-25, and I am happy to say that we are one of the better performing ports.
Last year we crossed the target.
Yeah, we have crossed the target because they had fixed the target at 6%. Since both have grown more than 6, so we have crossed the target.
Moped is being done by Reliance.
Moped is being done by Reliance.
So with respect to Moped again, the first phase will be done by 2026, you mentioned. So but the rail connectivity will come up in the second and the third phase, right?
The rail connectivity is to be done by second phase.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what will be the impact? As in which corridors are you looking at would be particularly, will benefit from the Moped project? You're looking at specific corridors that will benefit from the project, or?
See, basically when the project is taken up, normally there will be a OD study, origin destination kind of study. We have that study, but I don't have it available right now with me. So I will not be able to give you the specific details. But as you will already be knowing that, it will be for aggregation and disaggregation of cargo. But those I don't have readily with me right now.
Last year, what are the major cargoes which actually helped you? Is there a breakup?
Yeah, definitely. So as far as our Chennai is concerned, the biggest growth has happened in containers. So while overall we have done around 6.5%, but as far as containers are concerned, we are more than 14%. I can tell you the exact figure also. Yeah, this for Chennai port. So I think 14 point something. What is exactly this thing, container growth? Yeah, 14.4. 14.4%. So that's our major cargo also, almost 60%, and we have grown at 14.4. But then when we have grown 14.4 here, why we are at 6.5, right? There are two reasons for that. One reason is that there was maintenance shutdown in CPCL refinery. They have 3 plants there, so they were taken one by one. So there we had lost some. So crude what we handled for them was slightly less. Number 2, what has reduced is that there are some cargoes which we lost because of our Jawahar dock entrance, because for almost, I think it started from September end and till mid-February we had that issue. So that is some loss. And apart from that, some cargo have shifted to KPL and Krishnapatnam. So there normally our effort is that it should go to our daughter port, that is KPL, because our drafts are limited. They are going to become Cape compliant. So that is second thing. Some small impact has happened on Chennai, which is because of a bit of a reduction in cars. So what has happened is that Kia, they have so much of demand in the domestic market that their exports have slightly come down. Same thing is happening to Hyundai also to some extent. So this is as far as Chennai is concerned. So our major growth has come from container. There are some new cargoes also which our people have brought in. So for example, salt has increased, sugar. So there are some new cargoes also, but these are small. Main thing has come from container. Now if we look at our Kamarajar port, I'll just give the overall picture and then MD will be further enlightening you. One thing which we did very positive, and that has helped us, if you look at the growth, it is, I think if I remember correctly, it is in our bulk terminal, that multi-cargo. Multi-cargo we have very good growth. It's the highest, 45% or something
Yes.
like that. It's at 45% because there what has happened, they were having some practical issues of demurrage. So that we sorted out for them. So there we have seen a good growth in our multi-cargo. Our container is almost stable there. I think 1%, 2% growth only has happened. Remaining, would you like to elaborate?
Our major cargo is coal. So in coal we have grown by about 5.75%, and as chairperson has indicated, in general cargo we have grown around 44%, which has actually helped us. And LNG is another important area where we have, though the volumes are less, the growth is around 23%. So we have grown in LNG. These are the major areas where we have grown. Automobiles has given us a good jump, sir, this time. We have grown about 41% in automobiles.
So the doubling of southern railway connectivity increased from 22 to 44 days, right? So it's been some time now. What has been the tangible impact that you see?
Again, I think details will come from MD, but as a macro picture, I'll tell you. See, basically what is happening is, as I told that, you do these projects for a very long term. Now what is happening is that there are requests from 3-4 sites. So for example, there is a request that fuel, that is petrol, diesel, etc., LPG, etc., can be carried on rail. So that is one request. Number 2, there are certain cargoes like granite, etc., which are also asking that we need the rail part, right? And so with this in mind, we have now, in fact in the last board meeting also we went, and we are going to add further facility at our reception site, that is the reception terminal site. Some more tracks, some more platforms, etc. Now this is keeping all this in mind. Not that today you are going to reach 22 rakes, but I think the number of rake movement has also increased. That is one part. Number 2 part, I will even go one step beyond that. This is only doubling what we have done on the southern side. Now northern side, where it goes to Minjur, we are actually doing something. We are going to spend almost 143 crores, 145 crores to secure our interest, which we may require after 25 years. Why? Because it will connect into Minjur. Now, I will need first right of way on Northern Port Access Road. I need a 15-meter corridor. I need their structures to be strong enough to carry rail, that is our rakes can go on that, and towards Minjur side I will need some land. I am spending this 145 crores today knowing fully well that I will not use anything for next 25 years maybe, right? So this will increase, but the exact number of rakes etc. maybe the MD can give an indication.
As of now we are, initially it was 22 rakes per day, we have doubled to 44. We are yet to touch the 22 rake level. But from the next year, given the spurt in general cargo now, we are hoping that we will slowly move beyond 20 rakes.
We understand that Hyundai Group has met you and they are looking to find a location for setting up a shipbuilding facility, and had a meeting through Invest India. Any updates on that, sir?
See, as far as Hyundai Group is concerned, what they have indicated is that they need around 2 kilometers of quay length, and they need how much? 200 hectares. 200 hectares, which is around 500 acres of land area. Right? Now, as far as both our ports are concerned, we don't have that. So, definitely it is not going to be in our ports areas. That part is clear. But I think Government of India, our ministry, and added to that Government of Tamil Nadu are very keen on that, and they are in talks. See, as far as Government of India is concerned, we want them to be in India, right? So they have visited some other locations also, right? As far as Government of Tamil Nadu is concerned, and I being from Tamil Nadu, I am also very keen that it comes here. So I think some locations are getting identified, even near Vausi port also, because there the land bank is much bigger. We don't have such kind of 500 acres available.
In terms of your cargo movement, last question, sir. In terms of your cargo movement, can you give us the absolute numbers for 24-25 compared with 23-24?
Yeah, it is there. It is there. That is, this year we have done around 54.9 something that we have done. Last year was 51 point something. Those figures are there. But in case you still need them, we'll provide them. Yeah, here. So 51.59 and 54.96, 45.28, 48.4. I think this side there was a question.
Sir, very good morning, sir. Ramachandran from Thanthi TV, sir. முதல்ல வாழ்த்துக்கள் சார் 103 மெட்ரிக் டன் வந்து சரக்குகளை கையாண்டது.
Thank you.
இப்போ சென்னை துறைமுகத்துல இருந்து மதுரை உயர்மட்ட சாலை வந்து கிட்டத்தட்ட 2020 பிப்ரவரியில பயன்பாட்டுக்கு சொல்லி ஸ்டேட் மினிஸ்டர் சொல்லிட்டாங்க. நீங்க எந்த அளவுக்கு ஒத்துழைப்பு கொடுக்குறீங்க? அது வந்தா சென்னை துறைமுகத்துக்கு எந்த அளவுக்கு யூஸ்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கும்?
ஓகே, இப்போ எங்கே ஒத்துழைப்பு பொறுத்த வரையும் அது ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப யூஸ்ஃபுல், அதில் டவுட்டே இல்லை. இப்போ எங்களுக்கு அது மொத்தம் பார்த்தா இப்போ 92% ஆஃப் எங்கள் கார்கோ இப்போ நார்த் கேட்லேருந்து வருது. அது அரௌண்ட் 8 to 10% தான் இது நம்ம கேட் நம்பர் 10 வார் மெமோரியல் பக்கத்துலேருந்து வருது. ஸோ அங்கே ரொம்ப டிஃபிகல்ட்டி தான், ரைட்? ஸோ இட் இஸ் டெஃபினெட்லி யூஸ்ஃபுல் டு அஸ். இன்ஃபேக்ட் அந்த காரிடோர் இஸ் யூஸ்ஃபுல் டு போத் ஆஃப் அஸ் நவ். ஏன்னா டாப் லெவல் இஸ் ஃபார் அஸ் அண்ட் லோவர் ஒன் இஸ் ஃபார் த சிட்டி. இப்போ சென்னை போர்ட்டோட ஒத்துழைப்பு 2 வகையில் இருக்கும். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஃபைனான்ஷியல். ஏன்னா எங்கள் கமிட்மெண்ட் என்ன இருக்குன்னா அந்த 470 crores வரைக்கும் அது லேண்ட் அக்விசிஷன் அண்ட் ரீஹேபிலிட்டேஷன் அது நாங்கள் கவர் பண்ணுறோம். 235 crores. அது இஃப் ஐ ரிமெம்பர் கரெக்ட்லி லாஸ்ட் இயர் வி ஹவ் ரிலீஸ் அரௌண்ட் 92 crores அவுட் ஆஃப் தட். ஃபர்தர் முதல்ல ஏதோ 50 something crore பண்ணோம், இதே பண்ணோம், ஏபேப்பா வாங்க கேட்குறாங்க, நாங்கள் கொடுக்குறோம். ஸோ அது ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆஸ்பெக்ட். ரெண்டாவது ஆஸ்பெக்ட் சென்னை போர்ட்டுக்குள்ளேயும் கொஞ்சம் ஒர்க் பண்ண வேண்டியிருக்கு. ஏன்னா அல்டிமேட்லி இங்கே தான் லேண்ட் ஆகும். ஸோ அதில் கூட நாங்கள் என்ன பண்ணியிருக்கிறோம்னா வி ஹேட் அ வெரி டிஃபிகல்ட் சுச்சுவேஷன். வி ஹேட் கோடவுன்ஸ் தேர். அதில் 5 கம்பார்ட்மெண்ட்ஸில் வி ஹேட் கஸ்டம்ஸ் திங். வி ஹேவ் வெரி க்ளோஸ்லி கோஆர்டினேட்டட் வித் கஸ்டம்ஸ். அவங்களும் நல்ல ஒத்துழைப்பு தந்தாங்க. ஏன்னா அந்த ஐட்டம் சில ஐட்டம் அங்கே 25 years 30 yearsலேருந்து இருந்தது. ஸோ இப்போ என்ன பண்ணியிருக்கிறோன்னா அவங்களுக்கு ஆல்டர்னேட்டிவ் கொடுத்துட்டு அந்த ஆல்டர்னேட்டிவ்ல என்ன இந்த ரெட் சாண்டல்வுட் அதெல்லாம் கோர்ட் கேஸ் இன்வால்வ் இருக்குது, அதெல்லாம் ஷிஃப்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கிறாங்க. ஏதோ டெஸ்ட்ராய் பண்ணோம் அதை டெஸ்ட்ராய் பண்ணுறாங்க, ஏதோ ஆக்ஷன் பண்ணோம் ஆக்ஷன் பண்ணுறாங்க. ஸோ ஆல்ரெடி வி ஹேவ் மேட் தெம் அவைலபிள் மோஸ்ட் ஆஃப் த ஏரியா அண்ட் ரிமைனிங் ஐ திங்க் இன் அ மேட்டர் ஆஃப் நெக்ஸ்ட் 1 week or so we are making available. ஸோ 2 வகையில் நாங்கள் கோஆப்ரேட் பண்ணுறோம். பாக்கி அவங்க எப்போ மீட்டிங் பண்ணுறாங்களோ கூப்பிடுறாங்களோ நாங்கள் போகிறோம். எங்கள் சைடில் என்ன சப்போர்ட் தேவை இருக்கோ நாங்கள் பண்ணுறோம். See, that is more on NHAI, but we are also constantly following. In fact, 2 weeks முன்னாடி நானும் சீஃப் செக்ரட்டரி சார் பார்த்தேன். தட்ஸ் இது வரைக்கும் கொஞ்சம் ப்ரோக்ரஸ் ஸ்லோவாக இருக்குது. அதுவும் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டேபிள் தான். ஒரு பெரிய ப்ராஜெக்டில் முதல்ல கொஞ்சம் ஸ்லோவாக தான் இருக்கும். ஆனால் இப்போ கொஞ்சம் பிக்கப் பண்ணால் நல்லது. இது நம்ம செக்ரட்டரி லெவலில் உங்கள் லெவலில் கொஞ்சம் ரெகுலர் மீட்டிங்ஸ் பண்ணால் நாங்களும் வரோம். அவரும் அங்கேயே அப்படியே ஹைவே செக்ரட்டரி கிட்ட பேசிட்டு இதுக்கு நம்ம எவ்ரி 2 months ஒரு ரிவ்யூ கொஞ்சம் பண்ணலாம் தனியாக மாதிரி அவரும் அவர்கிட்ட பேசியிருக்கிறாரு. ஸோ வி ஆர் ஃபுல்லி சப்போர்ட்டிங் இட்.
சார், மேரிடைம் பில், அப்புறம் வந்து ஒரு ஒன் நேஷன் ஒன் போர்ட் இனிஷியேட்டிவ், இதெல்லாம் எந்த மாதிரியான தாக்கத்தை இம்பாக்டை வந்து எதிர்காலத்தில் ஏற்படுத்தும்? அது நம்ம துறைமுகங்களில் எந்த மாதிரி வளர்ச்சியோ இல்லை என்ன இம்பாக்டை ஏற்படுத்தும்?
See, இப்போ first thing, this question is for ministry. Today we are talking about Chennai port and Kamarajar port. But மினிஸ்ட்ரி எந்த டைரெக்ஷனில் போகிறாங்களோ அவங்க எங்களுக்கு ஓவரால் கைடன்ஸ் கொடுக்குறாங்க. அந்த டைரெக்ஷனில் நாங்கள் அப்படியே தொடர்ச்சியாக போகிறோம். ஸோ உதாரணமாக 2030 ஒரு மெரிடைம் இந்தியா விஷன் இருக்குது. அப்புறம் அமிர்த் கால் விஷன் MAKV. ஸோ அது 2047. இது ரெண்டுமே எங்களுக்கு இம்பார்ட்டண்ட். அதுக்கு என்ன காரணம்னா, இப்போ நான் நடுவில் சொன்னேன், என்ன போர்ட்ஸ்னா இது 5 years 6 years இல்லை. இப்போ நம்ம இன்னைக்கு சென்னை போர்ட் பார்த்தா நம்ம 144 yearsலேருந்து இருக்கிறோம், ரைட்? இப்போ காமராஜர் யங்கஸ்ட் போர்ட் கூட 24 years ஆயிடுச்சு. ஸோ அதனால அந்த விஷனில் இப்போ எல்லா போர்ட்ஸும் அதில் சேர்த்து நாங்கள் 2 பேரும் கூட ஆல் 3 ஐட்டம்ஸில் நாங்கள் ஒரு பிளான்ஸ் போட்டிருக்கிறோம். ஃபர்ஸ்ட், இன்ஃப்ராஸ்ட்ரக்சர் எப்படி இம்ப்ரூவ் ஆகும், கனெக்டிவிட்டி எப்படி இம்ப்ரூவ் ஆகும், அப்புறம் கிரீனிங் எப்படி இம்ப்ரூவ் ஆகும். ஸோ இப்போ அதில் ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிள் சொல்கிறேன். இப்போ எக்ஸாம்பிளில் மெகா போர்ட் பற்றி நீங்கள் பேசுனீங்க. ஸோ ஈஸ்ட் கோஸ்டில் என்ன மெகா போர்ட் இருக்கும்னா, த திங்கிங் இஸ் இட் வில் பி காமராஜர். தட்ஸ் த திங்கிங். ஸோ நாங்கள் இப்போ அந்த டைரெக்ஷனில் தான் நாங்கள் போயிட்டுருக்கோம். ஸோ முதல்ல நம்ம பிளான் என்ன இருந்ததுன்னா, இப்போ இருக்கிற ஹார்பரில் நம்ம கிட்டத்தட்ட 22-24 berths நம்ம டெவலப் பண்ணலாம். அண்ட்
175 million
175 million டன் அதை ரீச் பண்ணலாம். அதுதான் நம்ம முதல்ல பிளான் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தோம். ஆனால் இப்போ என்ன, பிகாஸ் நம்ம 2047 வரைக்கும் போகிறோம் அண்ட் வி ஆர் திங்கிங் ஆஃப் அ மெகா போர்ட். ஸோ அங்கேயும் ஒரு அவுட்டர் ஹார்பர்க்கு ஒரு பாசிபிலிட்டி இருக்குது. அது கூட இப்போ நம்ம பிளானிங்கில் கொண்டு வந்திருக்கிறோம், ரைட்? ப்ளஸ் டெப்த் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகணும், பிக்கஸ்ட் வெசல்ஸ் நம்ம ஹேண்டில் பண்ண முடியும். அதில் ஏற்கனவே அந்த விஷன் வந்த உடனே நாங்கள் இப்போ கேப் கம்ப்ளைன்ஸ்க்கு நாங்கள் போகிறோம். ஸோ அது நம்ம 518 crores ஒர்க் இப்போ ஜூனில் ஆரம்பம். ஸோ வி ஆர் அலைன் டு தேர் விஷன். ஸோ வாட் இஸ் மினிஸ்ட்ரிஸ் விஷன் இஸ் அவர் விஷன்.
விஷன்ல வந்து சாகர்மாலா பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு டைம்ல ஷிப்பிங் மினிஸ்ட்ரி வந்து ரொம்ப பயங்கர எக்ஸ்போஸாக வந்து அது பண்ணாங்க. பட் ஆல் போர்ட்ஸ் தேர் இன்வெஸ்டிங் மோர் மணி, அது மூலதன செலவாக வந்து பண்ணாங்க. நம்ம சென்னை போர்ட்லேயுமே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அந்த கோஸ்டல் பர்த்து இது பண்ணுறதுக்கு நிறைய பணங்கள்லாம் ஃபண்டு செலவு பண்ணி, இப்போ அதுல இருந்து என்ன பெனிஃபிட் கிடைச்சது, இல்லை அது இம்ப்ரூவ் ஆச்சா? சாகர்மாலால இருந்து பண்ண திட்டங்கள்ல இந்த கோஸ்டல் பர்த்ல இருந்து எதிர்பார்த்த டெவலப்மெண்ட் கிடைச்சதா?
இப்போ என்னோட
அவங்க வந்து தொடர்ச்சியா இது மாதிரி விஷயம் இன்ட்ரோடியூஸ் பண்ணிட்டே போறாங்க. ஒவ்வொரு இதா இப்ப வந்து ஆங்கலாண்டு ஒரு இதை கொண்டு வந்திருக்காங்க. இப்படி ஒன்னா சொல்லிட்டே இருக்கும்போது இதெல்லாம் வந்து இந்த மேஜர் போர்ட்ஸுக்கு தான் ஒரு வகையில் அது சைமல்டேனியஸ்லி பாத்தீங்கன்னா பிரைவேட் போர்ட்ஸ் வந்து பயங்கர ஸ்பீடா வந்து வளர்ந்துட்டு இருக்கு. உங்களுக்கு காமராஜர் போர்ட் பக்கத்திலேயே இந்த ஒரு போர்ட் எந்த மாதிரி வளர்ந்துட்டு இருக்கு. அவங்க வந்து முதல்ல வந்து கண்டெய்னர் தான் கான்சன்ட்ரேட் பண்ணாங்க. இப்ப வந்து மல்டி கார்கோல கான்சன்ட்ரேட் பண்ணி அடுத்தடுத்து இன்னும் 3 பெருத்து கட்டுறதுக்கெல்லாம் அவங்க வந்து ரொம்ப ஒர்க்கிங் வெரி ஸ்பீடி. இதெல்லாம் எப்படி எதிர்காலத்துல இந்த சேலஞ்சஸ் எல்லாம் நீங்க இது பண்ண போறீங்க?
See, as far as challenges meet பண்றது சொன்னா, சின்ஸ் இப்போ முந்தா நாள் தான் இந்த மீட்டிங் பண்ணாங்க செக்ரட்டரி. அதில் அவங்க ஒரு ஐட்டம் என்ன பார்ப்பாங்கன்னா, ஷேர் எப்படி இருக்குது, மேஜர் போர்ட்டோட ஷேர் என்ன, நான் மேஜர் போர்ட்டோட ஷேர் என்ன. அதில் இருக்கிற ஃபிகர் நான் சொல்கிறேன். இது நீங்கள் லாஸ்ட் இயர் பார்த்தா 53% மேஜர் போர்ட், 47% நான் மேஜர் போர்ட். வி ஹவ் பீன் ஏபிள் டு ஹோல்ட் த காம்படிஷன். இப்போ நீங்கள் லாஸ்ட் இயர் பார்த்தா 24-25 it is 54% major port and 46% non-major. So at least not only we are holding our ground, slight increase is also there. Second point நீங்க சொன்னீங்க சாகர்மாலா பத்தி நீங்க சொல்லிருக்கீங்க. இப்போ சாகர்மாலால ஃபண்ட்ஸ் கொடுத்தாங்க. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இதுல நீங்க 2 பாயிண்ட் ஹைலைட் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. நான் 2க்கும் பதில் சொல்றேன். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பாயிண்ட் நீங்க ஹைலைட் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க, முதல்ல ஃபண்ட் கொடுத்தாங்க இப்போ கொடுக்குறாங்களா, அதுக்கு ஸ்ட்ரெஸ் உண்டா? ஆமா, எப்பவும் உண்டு. முதல்ல நமக்கு சில ப்ராஜெக்ட்ஸ்க்காக கொடுத்துருக்குறாங்க. இப்போ லாஸ்ட் இயர் நமக்கு இந்த பார்க்கிங் பிளாஸாக்காக கொடுத்தாங்க. அந்த பார்க்கிங் பிளாஸா நம்ம அவங்க ஃபண்டில் தான் கொடுத்துருக்குறோம், அதுதான் நம்ம பண்ணியிருக்கிறோம். அப்புறம் அவங்க இந்த பேவ் ஸ்டோரேஜ் யார்டு இதுக்கெல்லாம் அந்த ஃபண்டு கொடுத்தாங்க. இப்போ கூட நம்ம இந்த 2 ப்ராஜெக்ட்ஸ்க்காக அவங்ககிட்ட கேட்டிருக்கோம். இந்த எக்ஸிம் கோடவுன்ஸ் கேட்டிருக்கிறோம், பேவ் ஸ்டோரேஜ் யார்டு கேட்டிருக்கிறோம். ஸோ இதுவும் அவங்க கொடுக்குறேன்னு சொன்னாங்க. ப்ளஸ் அந்த ஸ்ட்ரென்தனிங் ஆஃப் ரிவெட்மெண்ட் அதுவும் கேட்டிருக்கிறோம், ரைட்? ஸோ we are very confident that we will be getting that sanction. So this is regarding the sanction part, right? அதில் இன்னும் ஒரு பாயிண்ட் வரும். இப்போது நீங்கள் பார்த்தா காமராஜர் போர்ட்க்கு கொடுக்கறது இல்லை. நான் அவங்கக்கிட்ட ஃபண்ட்ஸ் இருக்குது, ஓன் ஃபண்ட்ஸ் இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணலாம். முதல்ல சென்னை போர்ட்க்கு ஜாஸ்தி கொடுத்தாங்க. ஆனால் இப்போ சென்னை போர்ட்டும் நம்ம ஓரளவுக்கு ஸ்ட்ரென்தன் பண்ணிட்டோம். So definitely they will be supporting ports like Goa and all that, which are weaker ports, Cochin port and all that. That's the first part. இப்போ செகண்ட், நீங்கள் அந்த ப்ராஜெக்ட் எடுத்திருக்கீங்க, அந்த ப்ராஜெக்டோட யூஸ் என்ன? உதாரணமாக இப்போ நீங்கள் நம்ம எடுத்ததில் ஒரு பெரிய ப்ராஜெக்ட் கோஸ்டல் பர்த், ரைட்? கோஸ்டல் பர்த் may not exactly be that much useful as coastal berth. It is. I'll give you example. இப்போ நமக்கு நடுவில் நிறைய டிராஃபிக் இந்த 2 டெர்மினல்ஸில் இருந்தது. ஸோ 2 டெர்மினலில் டிராஃபிக் இருக்கும்போது நமக்கு என்ன ஆகும்னா, அண்டமான் நிக்கோபார்லேருந்து நமக்கு 4 வெசல்ஸ் வருது, அதை டிசிஐ ஆப்ரேட் பண்ணுறாங்க. ஸோ அந்த வெசல் இந்த பர்த்துக்கு வந்தால் அது ப்ரொடக்டிவிட்டி ரொம்ப கம்மியாக இருக்கும். நம்ம வழக்கமாக 28-29 மூவ்ஸ் பர் ஹவர் பண்ணுறோன்னா அவங்களுக்கு நம்ம 13-14 தான் பண்ண முடியும். ஸோ we are making available them the coastal berth. So what they do, they are going and using the coastal berth. Then many times the Coast Guard is asking us that we need to repair a vessel and all that. We are making that berth available. If they want to carry any material, let us say blue metal, etc., barges are going to Andaman Nicobar, all that, we are making that berth available. So it is put to use. Only is that these things slowly increase. If the same question you could have asked me for our parking plaza. We completed it almost 6-7 months ago, right? இப்போதா பயன்பாட்டுக்கு கொண்டு வந்திருக்கிறோம், இப்போ கூட ஸ்டெபிலைஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். So these assets, they come into use slowly, but it is put to use.
Sir, regarding the India line cost of management, have we started seeing any?
Yes, that question I think I should have prepared. We have around 2 months ago I had reviewed. We have very good figures. If you want, I will make it available. But we see lot of improvement, and this is actually justifying what we had expected also. As I had indicated, we were expecting maximum impact in coking coal. That was supposed to be the best. Then after that, we were expecting that LNG will increase, crude will increase, then fertilizers and containers, right? Now coking coal, we saw a very good increase. I'll give you the figures. But now if you see the latest, it will reduce a bit. And you know the reason. Because of the steel production now, there's a lot of competition happening. Even iron ore is getting affected. So coking coal is also affected by that. But we saw a good increase. Crude, I think I need not say anything, but we have the figures, how much the refineries on the eastern coast have taken. Fertilizers and LNG are long-term game, because fertilizer production itself is not happening on the east coast. And similarly, the LNG, right now they were focusing on Europe, so they don't have much facilities here. Those are long-term game. Container, again there's a growth. So these 3 figures I'll give you. Coking coal, I'll give for crude, and I'll give for containers. But coking coal, there will be a dip in last 2-3 months because of the steel industry issue.
Sir, the Carcinate Fishing Management Committee, அது வந்து ரொம்ப வருஷமாகவே அந்த மேனேஜ் பண்ணுறதுல லாட் ஆஃப் டிஃபிகல்டிஸ் உங்களுக்கே தெரியும். போர்ட் இடம் வந்து போர்ட்டோடது, அங்கே உள்ள இருக்க ஃபிஷிங் ஹார்பருடைய இது வந்து ஃபிஷரிஸ் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்டு, அதை கிளீனிங் இதெல்லாம் பண்ணுறது வந்து கார்பரேஷன். இந்த மேனேஜ்மெண்ட்டுடைய ஃபெயிலியர் நான் சொல்ல மாட்டேன், பட் அதில் இருக்கிற இன்கன்வீனியன்ஸ், அந்த போர்ட் வந்து அந்த ஃபிஷரிஸ் ஹார்பர் வந்து ஒரு வர்ஸ்ட் கண்டிஷனில் இருக்கு. நீங்கள் 134 கோடியில் ப்ராஜெக்ட்ஸ் இருக்குன்னு சொல்றீங்க, பட் இப்போ இருக்க சுச்சுவேஷன் நீங்கள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா உள்ள நுழைய கூட முடியல, அவ்வளோ துர்நாற்றம் வீசுது. ஒரு இன்டர்நேஷனல் ஸ்டாண்டர்டில் அந்த வந்து டெவலப் பண்ணி அதுல இருந்து போர்ட்டுக்கும் வருமானம் வர்றதுக்கு ஏதாவது திட்டங்கள் இல்ல. ரொம்ப நாளாக வந்து இந்த ஸ்டேட் கவர்மெண்ட் வந்து அந்த அந்த ஃபிஷிங் ஹார்பரை வந்து ஸ்டேட்டுக்கு கொடுக்குறோம் பலமுறை அவங்க கோரிக்கை வச்சிருக்காங்க, அது உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். இது எந்த மாதிரியான திட்டங்களை எதிர்காலத்தில் செயல்படுத்த முடியும்?
ஓகே, Kasi Medu Fishing Harbour. That committee was not meeting for almost at least 6-7 years. So we revived that committee, right? There are practical difficulties. Now, if I was to say, there are difficulties from both sides. Management side difficulty we have tried to overcome. If every 3 months we are meeting, regularly we are monitoring, and yes, what you are telling is correct. Some part garbage collection is done by us, some part it is done by them. That also we have streamlined now. They were collecting, but there is a bit of a responsibility which has to come from users. The boat debris, that boat debris is a very big problem there, right? That we are trying to clean. The way our people also sometimes operate in that area, that also needs lot of improvement. So now this coordination between the state government agencies and Chennai port, that we have tried to improve. In fact, as you will be aware, that on our request, one separate assistant director extra also has been posted. When Shiv Kumar has maybe your namesake only by chance, he has also come there, right? After that, things have improved. Now you are talking about a long-term thing, that whether it should be with the state government or it should be with the government of India. So what we have done, there are 5 fishing harbours. There are 5 ports which have associated fishing harbours. Paradip, Vizag, Chennai, Cochin, New Mangalore. New Mangalore is not a this thing. It is a state government. They have asked only to execute the work. So it is okay. In remaining 4, there are 3 kind of models. One model is Cochin port and Chennai port, where management committee is mainly governed from the concerned port. The other 2 ports, the state government are heading the committees and port authorities are members in that. Second difference is who owns the land. In our case, land is owned by the state government. In Paradip, the land is owned by the port, but it was given on lease to the state government on concessional term. In Vizag, it is still owned by the port, right? So there are 3 different models are operating. What we have done now, recently we have completed the study of all these models and the difficulties and the positives and negatives of each model. This report we are making available to our ministry. That in these 4 ports, what are the good things, what are the bad things. Then maybe appropriate decision will be taken. We will make it available to them.
The difference between Chennai and Kamarajar is only 6 million tons. Where do you see Kamarajar overtaking Chennai at this rate?
Okay. If I was to give you a reasoned answer, the long-term port for Chennai and this part of the country is going to be Kamarajar, because it has good connectivity, it has potential to add further connectivity, it has more land. We have hardly 700 acres here, there we have 2,800 acres. They have asked for more lands also, because now salt department lands also the government of India is taking initiative. So yes, I mean overall we expect the growth to be more in Kamarajar, and we expect that to become as the main sea hub for this part of the country. When will they overtake? See, that all depends. So how the projects get completed and all that, because now once we get the elevated corridor, maybe our major traffic, the container part can see some jump, right? All those things are there. But again, if I was to look at, let us say, look at simple thermal plants, they are ultimately an energy port. So today the 800 megawatt has been completed, but the conveyor part is yet to be done. Once that is done, that will add around 4 million tons. Then NOR SEZ part again 660 into 2, so 1320, so half of that, around 6.6 there will come. Then 600, which is in difficulty right now, Lanco and BGR both could not do it. But again, if it happens, 3 from there, right? So 4 plus 3, 7 plus 6. So almost 14 will come. So definitely they are going to cross very soon, as and when they are completed. It all depends upon Okay, how fast government of Tamil Nadu is completing those projects and how fast NHAI is completing this elevated corridor.
Minister announced there is a sea link from Chennai to South. Any discussion with the Madras portal?
See, there are two sea links which are being talked about on the east coast. One is simply from Chennai port further north. But if I understand correctly from newspaper reports, he goes further south. That is entire Chennai peripheral road, what comes as a semicircle, there can be a diametrical thing also. So that's a study. It will have to sort of study and see how much traffic potential is there, whether there is a good return on investment, how much is the economic benefit out of it. So all those will have to be analyzed.
Which is the other one?
Other one is simply from Chennai to north, the Chennai port to north. But once this is done, then I think that becomes a part.
That's up to Ennore, right?
Yeah.
Chennai port with Kamarajar port, and in future it can be also integrated ports.
See, we are already integrated in our functioning, so that will be a physical integration.
Related question. ஒரு இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங் கொஸ்டின், நீங்கள் தான் அதுக்கு சரியா பதில் சொல்லுங்க. ஒரு போர்ட்ல ஒரு 100 பேர் தான் வேலை செய்யறாங்க, ஒரு போர்ட்ல 3500 பேர் வேலை செய்யறாங்க. அதுல அந்த போர்ட்ல வந்து 1888 கோடி ஏர்ன் பண்றாங்க. இது வருவாயிட்டாங்க. நான் வந்து ஒரு 10 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடியே எண்ணூர் துறைமுகம் 1000 கோடி வருவாய் ஈட்டும்னு ஒரு செய்தி போட்டேன். அப்ப அது யாரும் நம்பல. இப்ப 1000 கோடி மேல வந்து கிராஸ் பண்ணாங்க. ஓனர் வந்து ஒரு பெரிய ஆளு, ஒரு இண்டிவிஜுவல் இன்னொரு கம்பெனி இருக்கு, அந்த கம்பெனியே வந்து சின்ன கம்பெனி தான், அது நிறைய வருவாயிட்டு. இந்த சைட்ல இருக்கிற எம்ப்ளாயிஸ், அந்த சைட்ல இருக்க எம்ப்ளாயிஸ், இது எங்க போட்டுன்னு ஒரு சைட்ல இருக்க எம்ப்ளாயிஸ் சொல்றாங்க, ஒரு சைட்ல இருக்கிறது நாங்க தான் ஹெவி ஒர்க் பண்றேன்னு சொல்றாங்க. இது வந்து ஒரு லேண்ட் போர்ட், நியூலி ஒரு மாடல் போர்ட். இந்த பேலன்ஸ எதிர்காலத்துல இது இங்க இருந்து அங்கே டிரான்ஸ்ஃபருக்கோ இல்ல அங்க இருந்து சொல்ற மாதிரி ஒரு இன்டகிரேட்டட் போர்ட்டா இது மாதிரி மாத்துறதுக்கான திட்டங்கள் இருக்கா? அதுல வந்து ஏதாவது இன்கன்வீனியன்ட் இந்த லேபர் யூனியன் இல்ல அவங்களுடைய ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் ஆஃப் ஒர்க் இதெல்லாம் ஏதாவது இருக்கா? ஏன்னா ரெண்டு போர்ட்ல பார்க்கும்போது ஒரு சைட்ல ஹெவி ஒர்க்கர்ஸ் நிறைய இருக்காங்க, ஒரு சைட்ல ஒர்க்கர்ஸே இல்ல, ஸ்டாஃப்ஸே வந்து ரொம்ப கம்மியா இருக்கு. இதை எப்படி நீங்க இது ஒரே போர்ட் மாதிரி மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் ஆக போதா, இல்ல நான் வந்து இந்த கேள்வியை வந்து 2021 கேட்டேன், இது ஸ்வாலோ பண்ண போதா சென்னை போர்ட் அப்படின்னு கேட்டா, அப்ப இதே கேள்விக்கு பதில் வந்தது. அப்படி எல்லாம் இருக்காது, அது இண்டிவிஜுவாலிட்டி இருக்கணும். அந்த இண்டிவிஜுவாலிட்டி வருஷம் வருஷம் குறைஞ்சிட்டே இருக்கிற மாதிரி தெரியுது. அதை பற்றி வாட் யூ ஃபீல்?
Okay. So, first thing first. The entire taking over of Government of India share, basic understanding is that employees of KPL should not be adversely affected. If you see the minutes also, it is there. Their service conditions will be protected. That is there, right? It was put for 3 years. 3 years got over in 2023, right? Today we are 2 years further down the line. But Chennai port is maintaining the way the employees of KPL were treated earlier. They are being treated the same way. I'll give an example how. The DP, Department of Public Enterprises guidelines used to be followed earlier. They are being followed even today, right? So whatever their performance incentives, service conditions, we continue to follow them. Chennai port has not made any change. That is number one. Number two, even though if you look at the understanding which is in writing that all future investments of Ennore port will be done by borrowing, we are not insisting on that, because what is ultimately good for both the ports? See, if I take more money out, I pay more income tax. It doesn't serve any purpose. So we are doing only what is ideal. That is the purpose of having a common chairman. The chairman has to see both as two eyes. So there is nothing like taking over. That's the one part. Second part, you have talked about that those employees are working harder, very less number of employees, these employees are more. Now, see, these are all historical. It is legacy. We used to have a completely manual operations. There was no mechanization. Second, port was operating its own berths. Today also out of 27 berths, only 7 are PPP. Rest are being operated by us, right? You need people, warehouse, somebody has to keep accounts, delivery order, this, that, all those things are. So this is historical. There's no fault of employees in this. Suddenly you find, PPP, mechanization, everything has happened. Kamarajar from day one, it has been like that. Number 3, yes, I have told in many forums, I don't have any hesitation in saying again, that because of the less number of people, each employee, each officer of Kamarajar Port is shouldering much more responsibility. But we are rewarding them also. We give them performance incentive. You ask them, same DPE guidelines we follow, and we give them a good amount of performance incentive. Last point in this, I am very sure any normal employee, right, if it is they feel that their output is good. Money is one part. They feel a lot of satisfaction also that they are contributing, and they are contributing a lot, right? And we are rewarding them financially also for that. Now, shifting of employees from here to there. Whenever KPL is asking that they need more people or they need people from here, we have been providing. I think almost 30-35 are working.
Around 35 are there.
Around 35 people right now also from our port are working there. Then you don't look at these numbers just by what you have today. I already told, I have 2,400 employees, I have 15,000 pensioners. It's historical, right? So there what is happening is, it's landlord. So Tanjatco people are there, then PPP operators are there, IOCL people are there. You should not compare these numbers as it is. You have to see total how many are working. But still, per ton of cargo, number of people working in KPL are much lesser than Chennai. We accept that. We acknowledge the good work being done by employees of KPL. With very less strength, they are doing this much of cargo. At the same time, it is not the fault of Chennai port employees. We were having manual operations. We have converted to mechanized operation. So you are trying to create Sunday between Amma and Ponno, but there will be no Sunday.
very clear சொல்லிட்டீங்க. இது கேட்க வேண்டிய காதுகளுக்கு எல்லாருக்கும் போயிருக்கு.
Okay. Yeah. So basically that is the understanding. This separation will be maintained. At that same time, synergy will be there.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. So he's very.
I think they want some photos with the camera.
Okay. Yogesh, you have been sending messages, but I have been moving around. So rather than telling you every time, no, I am here.